welcome to another seasonal card. I'm designer Jen Gallacher, and today I'm going to be using the Echo Park This and That Christmas collection with a stamp from Great Impression Stamps. This is the stamp set I will be using, and it is rubber stamp, cling stamp, and we'll be using that to create this card today. So first I have some pattern paper from the This and That collection, and it has tickets on one side and then a beautiful design on the other, and we're going to use this as our card base. Also from the Echo Park collection is the 6x6 paper pad, and we are going to add this at the bottom of the card. I like the 6x6 paper pads because the designs are scaled down and a little bit smaller, so I enjoy using those. For the border strips pattern paper, there is a green on both sides, but there are several borders and there's a green chevron. To create a pennant for my page, I am going to gently fold it in half and then cut a pennant shape. Using straight scissors, I'll cut from the corner to the top of the cut. And that will form the card base there. And then I'm going to use some lime green baker's twine. It's a lime green thread twisted with a white thread. And I'm going to wrap that around my card just a few times. And then I will tie that into a bow. I like using twine on my cards and layouts. It adds a little bit of texture. Then go ahead and tie it into a bow. You could also adhere this first and then tie it, whatever is easiest for you to do. And this is kind of a tone on tone, so it's not in your face, but you could also use red twine or dark brown twine because we'll be adding elements of brown to this card. So I'm using glue dots to adhere this pennant to the bottom of the card so that it sticks better because the twine is a little bit more heavy. That right across the bottom of the card there. And then I'm going to do the stamping. So I'm going to use a foam core base, and I'm going to use a craft colored tag. Then I have my Great Impressions cling stamp, and I'm going to use some green ink. And I loved this pine bough stamp. It's a great subtle stamp, but it's also a fun one. And then I'll just go ahead and stamp that directly onto the tag. The reason why I use the foam core base is because it gives me a little bit of a give, so I get a nice clean stamped image. So let's go ahead and add this to our card. And I'm going to add some dark brown ribbon to the top of it. And so I'm going to fold the ribbon in half, and then I'm going to thread this end through the back of my tag. Thread it through the back until the loop comes through, and open up the loop, and then thread the rest of the ribbon through the top of the loop and pull. And then you can use fabric scissors or some nice sharp scissors and just cut the ends at a diagonal. And go ahead and adhere your tag to your card. I'm going to off-centered it just a bit. Now I want a little bit of texture at the very bottom of the card, and so I have some vintage lace, and I'm going to add that right at the bottom here using some double-sided sticky tape. Cut that. I'm going to pull that up just enough so that I can put my sticky tape underneath. You could do this step before. Sometimes as I'm creating the card, I realize that something's missing. And on this particular card, I felt like it needed a little bit more texture. So just adhere the top of the lace directly on the sticky tape, and then we'll go ahead and stick that card back down. And that added just a little bit of something special right there. From the This and That Christmas element stickers, there is a border sticker that is a wood grain die cut scallop. And I've pre-cut it, and I usually leave the sticker on the back of it, and I'm going to adhere that on the bottom of the tag. Make sure you get all the sticker die cut pieces out. So it adds just a hint of wood to this craft tag. Just get it exactly how you want it, and then you can always come back and trim off the excess sticker pieces. So I want to add some brads to this card, so I'm going to use the foam core base again. I'm going to open up my card so I don't pierce through both parts of the card. And then I'm going to use a pin. You could use a paper piercer. And I stick it in and kind of twist it around so that it will take the brad. This is from the This and That Christmas assorted brads. I'll put that in and twist it so the 25 is the right side up. And then I'll just open the brad on the back. And then I want to add some green brads. So again, twist, twist, and then I'll add the brads. These are also from the This and That Christmas Assorted Brads collection. A lot of different pendant brads and starburst brads. So you have several options to choose from. Adding brads, especially with the metal surround, adds a little bit of shimmer to your card. So open up the brads on the back. Now for the sentiment, I'm going to use some stickers from the Element sticker sheet. And the first one I'm going to use is the sticker that says Santa Claus is coming to town. I'm going to add a little bit of red to this card. We'll just stick that right across the bottom. And then I also pulled off the greeting sticker, and I've added adhesive foam squares on the back of this as well. We're going to mount that right on top, right above that Santa Claus is coming to town. For the complete supply list, visit my blog. Thank you for joining me for the Echo Park Paper and Great Impressions Stamps blog hop. Watch for the next card tomorrow.